The storm in celebrity culture never arrives politely. It does not knock on the door, it does not whisper gently in the background. It erupts, loud and merciless, swallowing reputations and rewriting narratives in real time. The case of Xu Kai, one of the most celebrated leading men of Chinese entertainment, is the perfect example of how fragile even the brightest stardom can be. At first glance, his life looked untouchable. Dramas pulling high ratings, endorsements with luxury brands, and a carefully curated public image that seemed invincible. But fame is never invulnerable, and the cracks appeared faster than anyone could predict. It began with a single revelation. Xu Lisha, once thought to be merely another name in his circle, suddenly unleashed a series of claims that detonated across social media. Her accusations were not presented as gossip, but as evidence-backed narratives, complete with photos, chat logs, and timelines. For the entertainment community, this was not just another rumor, it was a scandal wrapped in receipts. And in today's world, evidence, or the illusion of it, speaks louder than denial. The audience, hungry for spectacle, devoured every detail. The image of Xu Kai holding Xu Lisha's hand, his smile carefully arranged, was dissected frame by frame. Some saw love, others manipulation. Xu Lisha's gaze in the photo carried weight far beyond simple affection. It seemed deliberate, even defiant, as if daring the public to interpret the moment in their own way. That single snapshot became a symbol, a Rorschach test of public perception. In celebrity culture, pictures are no longer innocent. They are weapons, statements, and strategies in disguise. Yet what shook the industry more than the alleged romance itself was the sudden involvement of Tan Songyun. Known for her clean image, professionalism, and emotional warmth on screen, Tan's reputation stood in sharp contrast to the chaos unfolding around Xu Kai. Xu Lisha never spoke Tan's name directly, but the hints in her timeline were unmistakable. Fans needed no prompting to connect the dots. Within hours, Tan Songyun's name was trending, her silence fueling speculation more than any statement ever could. And here lies the paradox. Silence, in the entertainment world, is both shield and sword. By refusing to comment, Tan Songyun avoided adding oxygen to the fire, protecting her brand and dignity. Yet, at the same time, her absence from the conversation created a vacuum the public was desperate to fill. What did she know? Why wouldn't she clarify? Was her silence an admission, or simply wisdom? The questions swirled endlessly, elevating her from bystander to central figure in a drama she never asked to join. Xu Kai's camp, on the other hand, made a very different choice. His abrupt declaration, 2 words, "I'm single," was intended as a swift kill shot to the spreading flames. But in the age of calculated PR statements, the bluntness backfired. Instead of clarity, it left room for speculation. Was he dismissive? Defensive? Or simply tired of playing the game? Fans analyzed every detail of his tone, posture, and even his punctuation. Denial, when not supported by strategy, can often sound hollow. Meanwhile, Xu Lisha doubled down. Her releases came in waves, each one carefully timed to maximize impact. First, the photo. Then, the chat logs. Finally, the timeline. It was less confession and more campaign, a calculated disruption that kept the public hooked and Xu Kai cornered. By delivering her revelations gradually, she built suspense and credibility simultaneously. Every new post was a cliffhanger, every piece of evidence a new episode in an ongoing series. In the court of public opinion, this strategy proved devastating. The ripple effects extended far beyond personal lives. Endorsements hung in the balance. Contracts with production houses suddenly looked unstable. For Xu Kai, the stakes were enormous. One misstep could undo years of branding and millions of dollars in partnerships. For Xu Lisha, the gamble was equally high. Would the scandal cement her as fearless or expose her as opportunistic? And for Tan Songyun, the most ironic twist of all, her silence became her strategy, turning her into the most discussed name without uttering a single word. Fans, of course, are not passive observers. They are detectives, jurors, and cheerleaders rolled into one. Online forums buzzed with theories. drawing connections between Xu Kai's dating history and his current predicament. Patterns emerged: his rumored preferences for women with soft features and innocent charm, traits Tan Songyun undeniably embodies. This narrative, though speculative, resonated deeply. Humans crave patterns, and once a pattern is spotted, it transforms into proof in the collective imagination. But peel back the layers, and the scandal reveals something much deeper about celebrity culture itself. Love, in this world, is never just about emotion. It is about image, influence, and survival. Every relationship is filtered through contracts, fan expectations, and the relentless gaze of the public. Every silence carries weight. Every smile can be read as strategy. In this sense, the Xu Lisha, Tan Songyun triangle is less about romance and more about power, a high-stakes chess game where every move has consequences. What makes this saga irresistible is the clash of strategies. Xu Kai chose denial, hoping simplicity would cut through the noise. Xu Lisha embraced revelation, feeding the public's appetite with carefully timed disclosures. Tan Songyun chose silence, allowing speculation to spin itself into exhaustion. Each path carries risk. Denial can sound weak, exposure can look desperate, and silence can be mistaken for guilt. Yet together, their approaches create a narrative more compelling than any drama script. And that is why the public cannot look away. This is no longer just gossip. It is a cultural phenomenon. The scandal has become a mirror, reflecting the fragile balance between truth and performance in the entertainment industry. Fans are not only watching, they are debating, choosing sides, and shaping the outcome in real time. In this spectacle, the lines between actor and audience blur, and reputation is rewritten with every new comment, like, and share. The story is far from over. As long as Xu Lisha continues her campaign, as long as Xu Kai refuses to elaborate, and as long as Tan Songyun maintains her silence, the flames will continue to burn. Each new development has the power to rewrite the narrative entirely. Perhaps the truth will one day surface, but for now, truth itself is secondary. What matters is perception, and perception is the true currency of celebrity culture. But perception is not static, it shifts like sand with every passing hour. For Xu Kai, the longer he waits to regain control, the more fragile his image becomes. Luxury brands, cautious of controversy, begin to review their partnerships. His dramas face quiet whispers of postponement, as networks calculate whether his name now attracts viewership or invites backlash. The once unshakable star now feels the precarious weight of every endorsement, every script, every headline. Xu Lisha, meanwhile, discovers the double-edged sword of exposure. While her follower count skyrockets, so does scrutiny. Was her timing opportunistic, tied to Xu Kai's rising fame? Did she hold evidence back deliberately, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Her credibility, though boosted by receipts, is questioned at every turn. Some call her brave, others accuse her of being a manipulator. In the chaos, she too becomes a spectacle, her life dissected as thoroughly as Xu Kai's. And then there is Tan Songyun, the quiet storm. Every article mentions her name, even when she does nothing. Her silence has become a canvas on which fans paint their theories. Supporters admire her restraint, calling it maturity and strength. Critics demand clarity, accusing her of hiding behind her image. Yet, paradoxically, the less she says, the more powerful her presence becomes. In a scandal not of her making, she has emerged as the figure everyone cannot stop discussing. This triangle, if we strip away the glitter, reveals a truth about modern celebrity. The story is never about what happened, it is about what people believe happened. In an age where virality defines reality, facts are less important than narratives, and narratives are shaped not by truth but by perception. Xu Kai may or may not have dated Xu Lisha. Tan Songyun may or may not have been involved. But once the story took flight, the details no longer mattered. What mattered was whose version people chose to believe. And therein lies the cruelty of fame. A reputation, built over years of work, can be rewritten overnight by a single trending hashtag. One photo, one log, one rumor can dismantle a carefully curated image. For Xu Kai, The storm is not about what he did, it is about what people think he did. For Xu Lisha, it is not about whether her evidence is airtight, it is about whether the audience accepts her narrative. For Tan Songyun, it is not about her role in the story, it is about the silence people cannot resist interpreting. The entertainment industry has always thrived on this balance between illusion and revelation. Stars are built on images, and images are fragile things. This saga proves, more than ever, that fame is not a shield but a stage, one where every performance is scrutinized, applauded, or torn apart in real time. And so, the world continues to watch. Every post, every reaction, every rumor adds fuel to the fire. The scandal is not ending, it is evolving. Each silence, each denial, each revelation reshapes the narrative anew. And the public, insatiable, will follow every twist until the last curtain falls. Because in the end, scandals like this are not about clarity, they are about curiosity. They remind us that fame is both dazzling and dangerous, and that every star, no matter how high, is only one revelation away from falling. Thank you for staying with us here at 24H News, TM. If you found this deep dive engaging, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Xu Lisha's evidence was truly convincing? Did Sukai mishandle his denial? And how powerful is Tan Songyun's silence? Your voice matters, join the conversation, and keep the debate alive. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and never settle for the surface story.